I think rockets is the answer if rockets are up. That was another avoidable death. Yeah, don't peek. Especially when you know they have a sniper because you literally saw the guy drop it. Just a quick one before we get into the video, guys. This is a new format. I'm trying out some new things. I would really appreciate your comments down at the bottom to let me know if this works or not. And this is a game from the live stream that we do on a Tuesday from the Teaching Tuesdays. More content to come. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of stuff. And I'll see you around on the channel. We didn't actually get to see the beginning. Sorry about that. Yeah, and the guy's video is a bit confused too. So this guy's got a brilliant ranked match. He's loaded in where the match is 30 seconds gone. But we're even. So when we're playing on this map, I'll just hand it over to chat here. What's the most important part of the map on Empyrean? Where is the part of the map that causes the most threat? Right, yeah, it's the Overshield area. So when you're playing on this map, you want to control mid, you want to control training, and you want to control terminal. And the reason for that is because it gives you so much pressure. Terminal is covered and it lets you push over to the other side. So you can see here, his teammates are actually making a push towards the side and they're doing terminal. He needs to be careful here though, because this is blind now. Someone on the enemy team can push long haul and he's not looking. He's checking. That was good. He was checking. You should always check. Being careful. This side is still open. Yeah. The side over here, I'm pointing that way and I'm mirrored. This is still open. And in fact, if you guys can hear it, someone just threw 2 grenades from that direction. Yeah, he's getting naded from that direction. So when you're pushing terminal, you always want to make sure you've got someone playing anchor. And if you're not familiar with that term, anchor in Halo is the player who stands at the back and covers flanks and gets a safe spawn. And it's like the position, the idea is there. Like, this player has moved here because his team has moved up and he wants to help them. So it's coming from a place of like thinking that makes sense. But in doing this, he's left the complete back of the map open. And one of the things that another coach said recently, if you watch Cody, you see him being coached by Eli, the G1, one of the G1 analysts, is that you need to imagine that when you're looking on the map, you need to think about all the things your team can't see, and you need to be the guy that goes and looks. Yeah, you need to be the guy that checks, what is being not seen. And so long haul's not being seen here. And so what happens is he gets naded from it.
And our green.
And then another mistake that we made there is that if you look at his shields, look, his shields are really, really low. Theorems are like a SWAT team. Yeah, basically. So his shields are really low, so I would have hugged this wall here and tried to live up because his teammates are near him. But he takes the fight knowing he's low, so that was a little not an ego challenge, but just a bit of a mistake.
Green.
But again, like when you watch people play, they don't make bad decisions and think this is a bad decision. They make the decision thinking, that they're trying to do something helpful. So he moved up to help, then he got flanked, and when he got flanked, he called it out, and because he called it out, he started fighting. You can call out a target and not fight. You can run or you can hide. You don't have to fight targets when you call them. Yeah, he also had grenades as well. Quite right. And so we're spawning on the back here. So one other important piece of information. When you spawn here, it means that it's highly likely that the enemies aren't here. It's not impossible, but it's likely the enemies aren't there. It's more likely they're towards the other side of the map over here, because the game will always spawn you far away from enemies when it can. The reason we know that there shouldn't be any enemies on the lane here is because his teammates are alive and they push forward. If his teammates were dead, we don't know where the enemies are. Because his teammates are alive, we know they're not top, because if they were, the game would have spawned him bottom, because his team's bottom. So it's information like that that the game doesn't tell you that makes the difference between like a Diamond and an Onyx player. An Onyx player will know, I've spawned top, my teammates are bottom, therefore the top is safe. A Diamond player wouldn't know that. And as always, I've not seen this video. So I've not watched this before just to tell that to you to make myself look smart. Okay. He's playing quite an anchoring playstyle. He's playing at the back. He's trying to help his teammates, and I think my playstyle fits somewhere between anchor and assist. Hi, Jack. And so
Right side, right side. Got him.
he's calling out the enemies. He's trying to hold sniper tower, and he's doing a good job. And this is fine. I don't mind this. Although, someone's just gone up the lift. I think it was his ally.
All right side, all right side.
And his allies decided that was a good decision by his ally. His allies decided, you know, that the player is anchoring tower, so I'm not going to be a moron and stand on tower at the same time. Yeah, his teammate has left. If your teammate is anchoring tower, do not stand on tower with your teammate. Leave and get another angle. So that was a good decision from his teammate there. And he's using the wall as cover as well. See how he's using all the different parts of the ground as cover? That's really good. He needs to reload here. I think pushing into Overshield maybe was a mistake here.
What? One's bottom, one shot.
He's playing on 80 ping, poor guy. Using his death cam to find info. He spawned at the bottom side of the map. This suggests someone could be top.
Yeah, we gotta watch right side.
See what we said earlier? His teammates were bottom and he spawned bottom. So that suggests someone's top. So where he's looking here, someone may arrive very shortly. Maybe. He's playing. He's being quite cautious here, which is a good idea.
How are they behind us? Our tower. Our tower.
He needs to move forward behind that wall. Yeah, I think this is another instance of taking a fight that he didn't need to take. So, if you're stood here, he's getting shot from here, and then I think shortly after there's an enemy here as well. He needs to hide here, because neither of these enemies can shoot him when he's in there. I mean, they can nade him obviously, but he needs his. You need to have your teammates save you. Like you're on the same team. You need to help each other. So in this scenario, I would be spam pinging for people to help me and saying with a microphone, I need help, I'm pinned. Whether they came to my rescue or not is another matter, but you need to tell your team you're pinned.
Behind us, our tower.
Yeah. So he moves right, but he forgets that he's visible to the other player. And now he's kind of stuck. He needs to slide past.
One shot mid-bridge, one shot mid-bridge. On our training now.
So it's just that idea of picking this player he's got good call outs and he anchors well, but he tends to take fights that he doesn't need to take, which causes him to die, and that's happened twice. You could have at least maybe made that prolonged. And another thing, what I was going to say, and I forgot because he died, is if you ever see a power-up and it's 20 seconds from spawn, don't die. Do not die. Because if you're in a game on streets or on live fire and you're the guy in comms who's complaining that the other team always gets overshield and rockets, you better be checking if you die before rockets comes up, because if you die, it's your fault. Yeah? When the power-ups are coming up, don't die. Yeah? Stay alive. Because whichever team gets the power-ups controls that part of the game for a while. Yeah? It's like on live fire when the hill comes up. Go for the overshield first, because the team that gets overshield, more times than not, gets the hill. The team that gets rockets on streets, more times than not, gets the hill. Yeah? So you need to make sure you secure the power-ups, then secure the objective. Unless it's like a flag and you're going to literally lose the game. Yeah? There are very rare instances where a team with rockets or overshield does not win the objective, and it's usually because they mess up. Yeah, it's usually because they mess up. This guy died. He's not noticed they've got rockets either. There's a rocket launcher coming from somewhere. And it might be where his teammate just died.
OS is in our flag.
And the other team got OS as well. And snipers coming up and they control the bottom. Now, another piece of important information that we just learnt. I'm really pushing out the boat with spawns today, because I keep getting asked it on in community tab and on Discord. Watch what happens here. See that guy just spawned there? That means someone's long haul. And this guy stood on first BR. Yeah? That tells you someone is probably on long haul. Because you're under fire.
Watch on our base. Jeez. Jesus Christ.
Oh, there we go. It's the guy with the rocket launcher. Someone was long haul. Spawns give you so much information in this game, and honestly, the difference between Diamond and Onyx isn't how good you can shoot a BR. It's how you can understand the information the game gives you that it doesn't tell you. Honestly, that is the difference. Yeah? I mean, obviously the difference between Onyx and High Onyx is everything, but there are lots of players who get to Diamond 4 because they're a good shot, but they don't understand the game. But there are players who are Onyx who can't slay, but their understanding of the game and the information is why they're Onyx, because they just understand the game better than the other players in the match. They don't take fights they can't win, they just back off, yeah? It's what we say every week. You ever played a game of CTF where you were outslaying the other team but you lost? It's because you're against players who understand macro better than you do. Yeah? They might suck at shooting, they might suck at sniping, but they still beat you because they know macro more than you do. Spawns takes a long time to fully understand, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am a master of spawn manipulation, because if I was, I'd be like coaching a pro team or something. I'm obviously not, but I feel like I have a very solid understanding of how it works. And it's easy for me to sit here and criticize this player and say, oh, look at this, look at this. Like I struggle to use it in game sometimes. But if we do things like this where I point it out to you, then at least you know what the game is potentially telling you. It's a bit more complicated than just where you spawn is where the hazard is. You have to also factor in if any of your allies have died recently, and if any of them are still alive. It's not just as straightforward as, I have spawn bottom, so an enemy is long haul. It's not that straightforward.
One shot on green, one shot on green.
I like trying to take the bottom of the map. If you ever get pushed in, try and push the bottom terminal side of the map so you can get control back.
They're training. He's going bottom.
Yeah, so holding terminal is really good. Very big power position on this map. Hold terminal as much as you possibly can whenever you can.
They're training, they're training.
That is a really good pickup. You didn't check if you had any rockets left though. Maybe you didn't drop them.
On me, get him. Nice.
That was good. Sniper's up. He should probably go get that. Unless it's not CTF, yeah, he should probably go get it. His team over pushed there. As soon as one team died, that push was, you want to back off. See how his teammate spawned in back flag? That tells him the enemy team's in their needles. So much information from spawns on this map. Look, you can hear the gunfire from long haul because they were needles and now they're long haul. Holding this area with sniper is incredibly powerful, but you need to be careful you don't overextend. And you never want two people there. You can have someone on training. You want someone on training. But you only want one player in terminal, and it's usually the player with the sniper rifle.
Oh, snipe on him. He's just on their flag.
Hold on. Hold on a minute. I want to watch that again. I feel like he shot him in the head. Does anyone else feel like that hit? It was a body shot, at least. Oh, yeah, he took damage. Okay. It was hard to tell. Alright, yeah, he missed. No, he missed. It was a body shot. It's just the ping made it look like the guy didn't take damage, but he did. It was fine. It was just a bit of ping shenanigans. He wants to be careful here. If your teammates are down, you don't want to push.
Green.
That was another instance of taking a fight he didn't need. As soon as he was here, he should have dropped this way. Because the sniper, if he's here, the sniper can't see him, and he can turn around or use the bridge or get the repulsor or something. Always be thinking, how can I rat? How can I get away? How can I be the dirtiest rat ever and get away? And when I'm on bridge, I'm always thinking, am I going to go forwards or backwards? And it depends.
Alright, training.
But it's unfortunate he's getting flanked because no one's watching his back, obviously. So it's the same death as earlier, essentially. We're not watching long haul, we need someone watching those lanes. So if you're losing Empyrean CTF or Slayer, always make sure someone is watching every lane.
Right side, he's almost dead.
One guy can watch top, long haul and green, but you just need them to watch it.
Someone come here. One on Spanker, one on Spanker.
He's playing a little aggressive, but I think it's just the decision making that's making him appear to die a lot. Like, his gunplay is okay. His call-outs are good. That's unfortunate. He gets the kill, though. It's literally just where he's standing sometimes.
They're on their green.
He's got the right idea. He's just not implementing it in the 100% correct way. And, like, we all do that. But it's understanding when you do it.
Our tower.
So, look, he's using the wall to isolate the angle. He's fighting this guy, and the tower guy couldn't shoot him. So that's angle isolation is something you need to get good at.
Nice.
And Onyx players do it very well.
Their platform. He's almost dead. He's nice. They're training.
Maybe should back off here. So now he's playing live. His allies there in terminal to cover him on a crossfire. Yeah, he could have got AR, Jake. You're quite right there. He should always use all the. He could have picked up plasma pistol because then the other team can't have it.
We can just
pick it up.
Hold the.
One's
coming up. One coming up left side. Heat wave.
Since they implemented the red rack update, and if you don't know what I mean by that, red rack means that every weapon on the map cannot be held by 2 people. So if you pick up any weapon, it will not respawn until you drop it and it disappears, or you use all the ammo. And even then, I think it has like a 45-second respawn for some weapons. So if you take the plasma pistol, the other team can't take it. And even if you're not going to use it, you should still do it because it means that they can't use it. Yeah? So if you hate being killed by the needler, if you hate being killed by the plasma pistol, the commando, all the AR, yeah, all these weapons, if you hate being killed by them, just pick it up so they can't use it. Pick it up so you won't die to it. I mean, on this map, obviously, there's 2 ARs, but you see what I say. You understand what I'm saying.
One on top tower, on their tower.
He's backing off. This is clearly not a fight he wants. This is good. He's waiting for his shields to recharge. Maybe not stand here because his ally's got the shotgun.
I'm watching from cross.
This is a really good. This is a very, very good cross that he's holding right now. So you want to be the guy that's doing this because he's covering his team. Look how he can get this damage.
Our green.
And he shouldn't be running forward here. He should have held because that's now open in the back to be pushed. Yeah, the sidekick's really good. It's got a faster TTK than the BR does. Yeah, the sidekick, if you can hit every shot, it's an absolute beast.
Still our green. Our training. Yeah. One shot.
It's another instance of trying to take a fight that he doesn't want. So he should have waited there. Yeah, you see how here it's that decision making again. He should have just waited down here and just crouched and just waited. Like, there's nothing wrong with waiting, and it's okay for your team to do the work. Like, there are 4 people on a team. You only have to do 25% of the work. Don't try and do 100% of the work. And especially when we play ranked with my friends and people in the Discord, one of the things we always say, stop trying to carry. You should have just waited here. He's trying very hard to help his team win, which is, again, it's good. You should try hard to make your team win, but he's almost trying too hard because he's throwing his life away.
Our green.
Yeah, he could have just waited here. But as soon as that drop shield was down, that was a fight he didn't want.
Our training.
Yeah, Sumo's got
one
it.
shot our training.
Too much pressure on himself. I mean, you could say his teammates should have been there to help him, but when you're playing solo, you can't trust your teammates. It really sucks for me to say that, but you can't. You have to play for yourself and for them, but you cannot expect them to play for you. You be the guy that helps everyone, but don't expect them to help you. That is how you rank up in solo. Don't trust anyone. But you help them.
Spank rep in 20?
And one of the people who got me to really think about that was one of the people in one of the mods. It's Neb. Nebula said to me, when you play, Adam, you trust your teammates solo play too much and it gets you killed. And then I watched back a few videos and I was like, God damn, you're so right. I need to stop doing that. And then I stopped doing it. And then I ranked up. Yeah, but don't just throw your life away. If you've got top assists and you're -3 in Slayer, I don't care. If you've got 14 assists and you died 10 times and only got 7 kills, you won me the game. Hell, if you've got your microphone turned on and you go -7 and we win, and you call out the kills and I go +10, I know I went +10 because you called out all those one-shots. You carried the game. I just hit the last shot.
Heat wave room. One's in heat wave.
A lot of people just farm stats in this game and they don't really understand how much of the game doesn't get shown through stats.
No, someone's got a flank around. Someone's just
This is good. They're pushing up rockets.
We got it.
And now they've got the advantage. So here, one of the enemies has died, so they can protect rockets. And he's waiting on it.
He's on it.
That shield's unfortunate. His team just left him out. So this is literally what we were just saying. Literally what we were just saying. Protect other people, but do not expect them to protect you. He should have not died for that. That was dumb. But he did. Because he's solo. Because you can't trust your teammates. That is exactly why he just died. And we were literally just talking about it. That sucks. He did everything right. And he still died. But his teammates got the rockets. So this is a very close game. And this wouldn't have been a close game if he'd have played his life a little more. Obviously, his teammates have died 33 times or whatever as well. This isn't his fault that he's losing. Yeah? But the game would be that they would be winning if he'd have played his life a little more, not taken some bad challenges, and if his teammates would help him. Yeah? Don't be the teammate that leaves people out to dry like that, because that makes me rage when that happens to me. I get so annoyed.
Far up, bro. You're so far up.
Yeah. And he just said in the comms, this guy's really far up. He absolutely is. This guy is mega pushed. This guy is super pushed. He needs to be like on training. He's the only person on the other side of the map. But I think he's behind the wall. Is the wall here? I think he's behind the wall. But they shouldn't be pushing this way. They should be going around to help him. He's stuck. And this guy's recognizing it.
OS on our green. OS on our green.
Ninja. Oh,
it's off.
he could have
It's
ninja'd him.
off. It's off. Two spanker room. Two spanker room.
That was a very big ninja opportunity right there. But he missed it.
Nice.
If someone comes around in a straight line on the corner, walk around them. So let me draw a diagram on the thing. So see how this guy's just coming in a straight line? Like this guy's a bot. Like this guy's bot walking here. On keyboard, I would literally just walked around him and backsmacked him. I've literally got like 8 highlights of me doing that to people. Achilles' spine is so easy to get because people think they're invincible because they have an overshield. Yeah? He could have just turned around and jumped back over the guy as well. Yeah, but this is a perfect opportunity for a ninja because this guy with the overshield was literally being a bot.
No, what's on our green?
Look, he just literally slid around the corner. He was asking for it.
He
was asking for it.
Nice. One more back there. One more.
But this is well played. He's playing his life.
Oh, on right side.
But then his teammates aren't watching long haul. What is this? This guy's not watching. Come on, UPC.
Oh.
Not flaming, but could have laid down a bit of damage there, bro.
One shot right side.
That's fine. Hide. Play life. Watch the nades. This is going to be a bit of a dance here. Oh, he peeked on low.
Right side.
Should have died. If that was an Onyx lobby, that dude was dead. He should not have done that. If he wants to be Onyx and he's Diamond 3, that peek could have lost him the game. Yeah? Don't peek. Especially when you know they have a sniper because he literally saw the guy drop it. Don't ego peek. Just a little jiggle peek. He walked all the way out. There's a time and a place for the old Ferrari peek, and that's not it. This is so close. This is a very good match to have the opportunity to talk to you all about. Because every single little thing may cause them to lose the game.
Yeah, I'm getting naded right side.
They're playing the corner again. This is good. That player's used all their grenades now. And we can hear more grenades, so we know this. So again, this is information that the game is telling us. We all know we spawn with 2 frags. More people have just thrown frags at long haul. This tells you that potentially more than one person is at long haul. You don't need to say it, just be aware of it.
I'm probably about to get pushed here. Green,
there we go, there's one. Right side. There's another person going to show.
One shot. Got him.
We won't find out. Yeah, Ferrari peak. That's from the Valorant stuff and probably other games. Oh, there's the other guy who was also throwing grenades. There we go.
He's hiding in the little cubby. Our training. Nice.
I don't think they threw any plasma nades. Maybe they did. I didn't hear it. That was another avoidable death.
Our green.
But again, we're not flaming here. This is not flaming. We're just... The information was given, but we didn't use it.
Mid-bridge. They're training one shot.
Don't be desperate. He might die for that. Yeah, he died for it. So that was a case of desperation. Because the game's so close, right? So here...
Mid-bridge.
Right? He knows there's a teammate, like, right here. There's a teammate at the other side of terminal. As soon as that guy was one shot, you should just trust. This is again about letting your teammates do the 25%, right? So you should have let his other teammate do the 25%, and if we didn't get the kill, That's fine. We don't want a trade because the game's too close. The game is too close for a trade to be okay right now.
One shot, they're training one shot. Fuck, I got him.
He could have, I mean, if he was really confident, he could have slid across and shot, to be fair. But again, it came from a good place. I think we did get a snipe though.
They're training,
so
they're training.
They did get a snipe on, one of the players
backside.
on the other team, so I guess you could argue it was alright. It's just a risk. You don't want to take, you need to take risks, but they need to be calculated. Yeah, Atomic, you got it right. When
right
Slayer
alley,
games
right
get
alley.
like this, a lot of players get very anxious and they overcommit because they want to close it out. You need to slow down when this happens. It's a very close match, Diplexure. Right, the other team just mega screwed up. Let me just turn the chat off for you. That death right there. I haven't seen this game. That death right there may have just lost purple team the game because Rockets is up in 10 seconds. We don't know yet, but that guy just picked a really, really bad time to die. A really bad time to die. Onwards.
He's one shot.
We just saw someone going long
Still
haul.
spank room, still one spank room. Don't push, don't push, don't push.
Switch.
He's almost
so
dead,
there, so here, we keep talking about playing life. Here, he has a distinct advantage and he's playing too cautiously. This player is dead. They're screwed, yeah? Even before he goes around the corner.
Nice, 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 nice.
Even before this player goes around the corner. Oh, sorry, I skipped it forward. Huh. Well, he didn't. He died. He's there on the ground. But yeah, he had an advantage. He had full shields. The other guy had no shields. Just push him. Just have the confidence. Just punch the guy. Just get, well, don't punch him because you'll reset the fight, but just shoot the guy, yeah? If another part of being high rank is understanding when you have an advantage and when you don't. If you get a pick on the other team and you have the rocket launcher, you push your ass into their side of the map and you destroy them, yeah? If it's 4v4, be careful. If it's 3v4, it's in your, well, if it's 4v3, it's in your favor. If it's 4v2, sprint onto their side of the map and collapse on their ass, yeah? But make sure your teammates have shields before you do that.
I got spanker, I got spanker.
Right, this was too aggressive. This guy's dead. This is what happens next. We'll be right back. Yeah. Greed. He wants to close out the game. He's anxious.
Nice.
But he traded.
Duh.
Yeah, so a trade for the winning team is good.
Came
but that
back.
was very risky. Do we get a scoreboard? I think the shot there went through. I think if his ping was slightly higher, that wouldn't have gone through. I think that was quite lucky. But I guess, and I'll eat my words here, I guess because they were ahead, a trade was okay. Because if they traded, they won the game. Yeah, if they traded, they won the game. So if you're ahead in Slayer, trading is fine. Because you're making yourself get closer to winning. If you're behind, trading is bad. Because you're making the opponent closer to winning. If they're ahead. So good. I'm glad I didn't have to contradict myself there. The team with the most assists won. Is this a coincidence? I think not. You could argue that Turtles... Isn't that... No, it's Turles. Is that a guy from Dragon Ball? Can't remember. Having a 16 and 5 player definitely helps you win. The viewer got 9 assists and went -2. That's all right. That's all right. This guy went -2, but he called out, he anchored, he went for power-ups, and he supported his teammates. He made some mistakes, but he helped his team win the game by not being selfish. Yeah, but this is the sort of player you want to be. You don't want to be selfless, but you want to be helpful. Yeah, you want to be a team player, but you don't want to be suicidal. Yeah. So that's Teaching Tuesday for today. Thank you to Michael for sending this video in. If you want your video featuring in the stream or in a dedicated video of its own, then please either join Discord and you can drop it in there, or you can drop it at vanadamesports@gmail.com. Discord's in the description for the stream, I think. But yeah, that'll be it for Teaching Tuesday for today. So if you have to leave, thank you for joining us, but we're going to continue